how long have you known that you wanted to be an actor?
I mean, I think it was an interesting process because I think that like I don't know if there was definitely like a switching point, but it was like I knew I wanted to be an actor when I was young, but I didn't know that I wanted to make a career out of it or really pursue it as my actual job until I was probably like 18, and that was not not too long ago. I just turned 20,
Right.
so but when I was younger, I mean, I pretty quickly caught on to the fact that like, hey, this is something I'm decent at, and I very much enjoy it. And but it was funny because I started in theater, and the reason I liked theater is because I got that feedback so often. It was that constant sort of you felt so engaged with the audience, and with film, it's not always that way. But what's nice is then I get to talk to people like you guys, or talk to a fan online, and that's when you get that feedback. It's down the road. It's not while you're making it and while you're doing it, but you get to make it and then you sort of see it pay off later. So it's a big difference. But I personally found that I like that significantly better than theater, just because. I mean, number one, just the fact that it's film acting. I mean, just to be able to do that is incredible.
Right.
But there was definitely a switch to like, wow, I could see myself really doing this, and then here I am, and I'm I'm really doing it. It's kind of crazy.
Right. Yeah.
And you're doing it really well, I have to add.
Yeah, you're fantastic. We've been really happy with your character's development on the show. I know that your grandfather was a known actor. Did him being in the industry kind of inspire you to kind of follow in his footsteps?
I mean, yeah. I mean, I didn't know it was my great grandfather, and I didn't really know.
Okay.
I didn't really know like him that well, So I can't say like that's not inspiring to me, but because of the fact that I didn't have that kind of relationship with him, unfortunately, he passed before I was too old, so I didn't have that kind of relationship with him. But I will say that from what I've heard from the family, he was very talented, and he worked with some very big names back in the day. Mickey Rooney, and I'm trying to remember who else. Some very I mean, people from probably, I'm guessing, the 50s, 60s, somewhere in there. I mean, it's some very, very A-list people, especially for back then. It was nowadays it's such a spectrum of people, from down in sort of the, a smaller role on like a streaming service all the way to like big A-list names. And you can even be A-list being on a show. I mean, there are people like Elizabeth Moss, and stuff like that are just on a show, right? But they're like, it's like, holy crap, so well respected. It didn't used to be that way, but nowadays it definitely is. And so back then he was definitely working with the greats. I find that really, really fascinating. I wish that I could have known him better, but